Hello, everyone. My name's Kevin, and this is my partner Yellie. And we're gonna interview my landlord, Mr. Jiang, and he's gonna be here. He
Yeah.
was a translator when he was working, and now he retired and immigrated to Canada. Hello, Mr. Jiang.
Hi, Kevin.
And first of all, I will let my partner to ask him questions.
Hello everyone, this is Yellie, and today I want to interview Kevin's landlord with Kevin, and let's begin. Okay, first I want to ask, describe your path in life that led to you a position of leadership.
Okay. Well, I start my first job in a hotel, which was called Holiday Inn, when I was newly graduate from the university. Then starting at very low position, we call that rank and file staff, gradually become a supervisor, department manager, and eventually I became a general manager of five-star hotels. So I believe that as a general manager, we are considered as a leader, and we need that your knowledge and techniques as a leadership concerned.
Okay, nice.
And second, describe your crucible or a difficult time that was hard at that time, but in the end helped form you a leader.
This question remind me thinking back to the year of 2003, when SARS was destroying everybody's life. So I was in Beijing, and I was newly assigned as a pre-opening general manager for a five-star hotel. So at that time, everybody was asked to stay at home, or we don't have any cross-border travel. As a pre-opening manager, I have a tremendous job to work because the construction was going on. Everyone was waiting for our comments or our plan, and so on. So I decided to keep on travel between Beijing and Tianjin, regardless how serious the SARS was. Eventually, we accomplished the job of the pre-opening for that hotel, and the hotel was open on schedule. Everybody thought that was impossible, but we make it.
And second, who do you consider to be your support team and why?
Of course, the supporting team can be your subordinate, like my department head. And of course, they are your subordinate. Meanwhile, sometimes you need to get the support from your superior, which enable you to start or to carry on your job as you planned. Of course, you need the resources, financial resources, human resources, and also the support from everyone that you work with.
And then I want to ask, what are your key values and how do they impact your leadership?
As a leader, you must have a very strong vision. And which is you never, once you make it, you never give up. And also, as a leader, you should share your vision, which is necessary or very necessary for the whole teams to get consent. So I believe this is what we considered as an impact to be a successful leader.
And next, describe a few key people in your life who have formed and impacted your leadership.
I have he used to be my teacher, and but to be exact, he's my senior in hospitality industry, and his name is S.S. Wang, and I always like to follow him. So now he's about 80 years old, because I'm almost 60 years old. So, so to answer this question, I would say S.S. Wang. He is my is a person I admire always.
Okay, I finish my question, and next I will invite my classmate Kevin to ask the following question.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Hi,
Thank
Kevin.
you. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
And how do you discover your sweet spot to know the profession that works best for you?
Would you kindly to
Repeat.
give me some hint? What do you consider as a sweet spot?
To me, a sweet spot means the things that you enjoy doing your work as a manager.
Okay. So working as a hospitality industry personnel, you must be very good at the interpersonal
relationship.
Yeah, contact and relationship. This is something I feel like my personality is just right in this industry, because I considered myself as extroversion people or person. I mean, my manner. Yeah.
You talk to people.
Yeah, like to talk to people, like to hear and enjoy interacting with people. Okay.
And next, can you describe your leadership style with your employees and team?
Well, I believe my leadership style, well, people would categorize the leadership style as autocratic, bureaucratic, democratic. I think this is something. We have to say that there is a theory called or a skill called situational leadership or situational management. Sometimes you have to be very autocratic. When emergency happen, there is no time for you to share your thought and to get the idea from everybody, because the fire is running there, or the flood is running out right outside the hotel. So you have to make the decision, but it must be right. So I would say my leadership style is more, I would say, reasonable. It has to be reasonable, regardless in what situation. So this is my understand.
your leadership style?
Reasonable.
Okay.
Be reasonable.
Reasonable. And how did you keep a balance between your work and family or friends?
Of course, everybody needs work. They need to support themselves, make their life, life. And also, as like a Maslow needs of the theory of needs of hierarchy, when you are no longer worried about your food, your housing, you need develop yourself to a higher layer, which is called I consider as a achievement in your career achievement.
Mm-hmm.
But meanwhile, we're not living alone. You have a family, you have children, you need to look after them. So to make this two-part balance is quite important. Of course, as a leader, especially a leader of some 400 or 500 employee, a hotel with 400 or 500 people. So it's not easy. Sometimes it's a big challenge. Sometimes you have to give up your family a little bit because you are needed badly in your work. So when you get the time or chance to balance, you should concentrate and reward your family more. It is not always so like a fixed formula. You have to be flexible.
It's more of a dynamic relationship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And question 9, do you believe there is a connection between your self-awareness and leadership abilities?
Of course, there is very close connection between your self-awareness and your leadership ability. Nobody is perfect. You have your strong hand and you have your weak hand. Or in another term, you have your advantage, you have your disadvantage. So, of course, this would, without any question, your personal self-awareness always impact or has the connection with your leadership style and leadership ability. So I believe this is something, but most important is that you need to know what is your strong hand, what is your weak point, so that you can pay more attention on your weak point when you are performing as a leader.
So know yourself.
Yes.
And last question, what is a leader that you admire and why?
Well, there are a lot of leaders. So if I have to choose one, I would say Margaret Thatcher. She was the former Prime Minister of United Kingdom. The reason is that Margaret Thatcher took her office when Great Britain was in very messy situation.
Yeah. Financial crisis,
and the union they striked and they asked the government to have more welfare. But Margaret was very firm and decisive, and eventually overcome and took the Great Britain to a much better stage when she retired. And also not to mention, she's a woman and she's a mom and she's a wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Jiang.
My pleasure. Thank you. I hope the answer would help you to understand about the leadership more or less.
I think so. Yeah, it helps a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Kevin and Lenore. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Okay, bye.
All right, bye. Have some food.